I first sensed something was off when she stopped saying goodnight. Not with words, at least. Just a weary pat on the shoulder, a sigh, and the quiet click of the door as she disappeared into the guest room for what she called a better night's sleep. That's how it began, a slow drift that felt like losing a limb piece by piece. Her name is Claire. For 11 years, she's been my constant, calm, gentle, and endlessly kind. But lately, something had shifted. I'd come home to find her smiling faintly at her phone, thumbs moving quickly, texting someone she wouldn't name. When I asked, she said lightly, "Just John from work. We're putting together a campaign." That name stuck in my mind like a splinter. I didn't want to be that husband, suspicious, insecure, dissecting every detail. So I told myself she was just tired, that the distance between us was stress, not absence. I tried to believe that love, real love, could endure silence. But love can't survive secrets. The night before everything fell apart, Claire came home late again. Her hair carried a faint scent of smoke, not cigarettes, but the kind that clings to you after a night in a bar. I was sitting at the dining table, a cold plate of pasta untouched in front of me. "Long day?" I asked quietly. "Yeah," she replied, without looking at me. "Client dinner?" "You didn't mention one." She froze for a moment, then said, "I must have forgotten." But Claire never forgot anything. Not birthdays, not anniversaries, not even the name of the delivery guy who dropped off our groceries once. That night I lay awake staring at the ceiling, the silence pressing down like a weight. In the morning, she was in the kitchen, hair still damp from a shower, humming softly as if nothing had changed. "Hey," I said carefully. "Can we talk tonight? About us?" She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Sure. After work." She left before I could say more. But that night, she didn't come home at all. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Her last scene on WhatsApp was frozen at 9:03 p.m. I paced the living room until 2 in the morning, caught between fear and anger. When the door finally opened at 3:14 a.m., my pulse spiked. "Where were you?" I demanded. She looked startled, and guilty. "At John's," she said. "We were brainstorming the new campaign." I didn't realize how late it got. "Brainstorming at 3 in the morning? Don't start," she snapped. "You don't understand how much pressure." "I understand plenty," I cut in. "You just don't talk to me anymore. You barely look at me, and now you're staying out all night with some guy from work." She shook her head, exasperated. "This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you. You always assume the worst." Then she stormed off to the guest room. The door slammed, the lock clicked, and something inside me broke. The next day, I didn't go to work. Couldn't. My mind kept replaying everything, her distance, her lies, the dull ache in my chest whispering, "She's already gone." By late afternoon, I drove to her office, telling myself I just needed clarity. But when I parked across the street, I saw them, Claire and John, standing together, laughing like old lovers. The air between them was charged, familiar. She touched his arm when she laughed. He leaned closer. And then she kissed him. It wasn't a slip. It wasn't confusion. It was deliberate, slow, certain, the kind of kiss you give someone you've wanted for a long time. I didn't confront them. I just sat there gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles went white, feeling something collapse inside me. When she came home that evening, she acted normal again, humming as she set her bag down, pretending everything was fine. I waited until she poured a glass of wine. "Did you have fun with John?" I asked quietly. Her hand froze midair. What? I saw you, I said. Outside your office. You kissed him. Her glass clinked against the counter. It's not what you think. I let out a bitter laugh. That's the line, huh? You kissed another man, but it's not what I think. Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't deny it. We've been so distant, Michael. You barely talk to me anymore. I needed to feel wanted again. Those words hit harder than the kiss itself. I needed to feel wanted. I was right here, I whispered. Every night, trying to reach you, waiting for you. And you went looking for comfort somewhere else. She covered her face, sobbing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen. But I couldn't listen anymore, because she wasn't the only one keeping a secret. I stood there silently for a long time, then said, "There's something you should know too." She looked up, eyes red. What do you mean? I didn't tell you because I didn't want to worry you, but that week you started pulling away. I was waiting for medical results. Her face went pale. Medical results? Yeah, I said softly. I found a lump, Claire. In my chest. My voice cracked. I didn't tell you because you were already stressed. I thought it was nothing. It turned out to be benign. I'm fine. But for a week, I thought I might have cancer. I thought I might be dying. Her hand flew to her mouth. Oh my God. I wanted to talk to you. I needed you. But you were too busy texting John. Too busy finding someone who made you feel wanted. Her tears turned into stunned silence. I sat in that doctor's office alone, I said quietly, wondering if I'd even get to grow old with you. And while I was doing that, you were falling for him. Michael, she whispered, stepping closer. That's the point, I interrupted, voice shaking. You didn't want to know. I turned away before she could answer. For days after that, the house felt hollow. She tried to reach me, notes on the counter, apologetic texts, quiet please, but I couldn't respond. Not yet. I slept on the couch, staring at the ceiling, wondering when love turns into something you no longer recognize. One night, she sat beside me, holding a photo from our wedding day. I ruined us, didn't I? She whispered. I didn't answer. I don't even know why I did it, she continued. John listened, that's all. I just felt like you'd given up on us. I hadn't, I said softly. I was fighting for us. You just didn't see it. Tears shimmered in her eyes. I'll do anything to fix this, therapy, counseling, whatever it takes. But I didn't believe her. Not anymore. Some cracks can't be mended once they've split open. Weeks passed. We moved through life like strangers, polite words, quiet dinners, empty routines. She kept her phone on the table now, as if transparency could erase what she'd done. But every time I looked at her, all I saw was that kiss. That choice. One Sunday morning, I packed a small suitcase. Claire stood in the doorway, pale and trembling. Where are you going? She whispered. I need space, I said. Time to think. To heal. She reached for me, but I stepped back. I still love you, she said, her voice breaking. I know, I replied. But love isn't enough when trust is gone. I walked out without looking back. A month later, she sent me a letter. In it, she wrote. I see now that I kissed him because I thought I'd already lost you. But I was wrong. I lost you the moment I stopped trying to understand you. You were fighting battles I never even saw. I'll carry that regret for the rest of my life. I read it twice. Then I folded it neatly and set it aside. Because she was right, she'd lost me long before that kiss. It's been 6 months since that night. I'm rebuilding, therapy, long walks, quiet dinners with friends who don't pry. Sometimes I still reach for my phone to text her. Old habits die hard. But then I remember that week, the silence, the lies, the kiss, and her face when I told her about my health. And I realize that love isn't about grand gestures or perfect timing. It's about showing up when it's inconvenient, when it hurts, when it's real. And she didn't. Maybe one day I'll forgive her. Maybe one day she'll forgive herself. But for now, I've found peace in the only thing I can control, walking away from someone who stopped walking beside me. In the end, it wasn't the kiss that destroyed us. It was the silence. BF.